Today we have the privilege of hearing from an alumni acapella group, so I'm going to let them introduce themselves to you. Enjoy.
Like some lonesome child, and I have loved you in a tame way, and I have loved you wild. Sometimes there's a part of me that wants to turn from here and go, running like a child from these worn stars down the seven bridges road. There are stars in the southern sky, and if ever you decide you should go, there is a taste of time, sweet and honey, down the seven bridges road.
Good morning, everybody. We are 40-Foot Road.
I'm sorry, Andy.
No, it's all good. As you may have guessed, the one thing that the five of us have in common is that we all have some kind of relationship with Christopher Dock. I may have been a pudgy, dweeby freshman, while these handsome three were dashing and popular seniors. Mr. Derstine may have been busy being the legend that he always has been and always will be. But we are very thankful that our paths have crossed now. It's really good to be here with you guys. So we're a new group. We kind of quickly formed. I was at a mutual friend's birthday party with James, and we just kind of got talking about what we've been up to. And one thing led to another. He called Miles and Eric. I called Mr. Derstine, and here we are. 4 practices later, so take it easy on us. And Eric couldn't even be at 2 of them because that's the life we live now. So
Thanks for pointing that out.
yeah. Enjoy the time that you have here while you have it, guys. And yeah, thanks for having us. So we'll quickly introduce ourselves, and then we'll keep moving. So I'm Andy Richter. I don't know if do we want to show our age? Class of 08.
Wow.
I am Miles Musselman, class of 05.
Eric Johnston, class of 05.
James Mast, 05.
Rod Derstine, 1970.
So the next song we're going to be singing is called Pretty Cerro. It's all good, I got it. Oh.
Down in some lone valley, in some lonesome place, where the wild birds do whistle and their notes do increase. Farewell, pretty Cerro, I bid you adieu, and I'll dream of pretty Cerro wherever I go.
My love, she won't have me, so I understand.
My
She wants a freeholder, and I have no land. I cannot maintain her with silver and gold, nor buy all the fine things a big house can hold.
If I were a merchant and could write a fine hand, I'd write my love a letter that she'd understand. So I wander by the river where the waters o'erflow, and I'll dream of pretty Cerro wherever I go. And I'll dream of pretty Cerro wherever I go.
Lights didn't get any cooler.
Oh, yeah. This song is an Irish song, and a lot of the music we have picked is Irish music. And I thought about why that might be. Not only is there an illustrious choral history in the Irish culture, but they have something else in common with Mennonite background, which is a lot of their music and good stories are about people being imprisoned or killed. And so this is a love song about someone who dies.
Come over the hills, my bonny Irish lass. Come over the hills to your darling. You choose the road, love, and I'll make the vow. And I'll be your true love forever. Red is the rose that in yonder garden grows. Fair is the lily of the valley. Clear is the water that flows from the Boyne. But my love is fairer than any.
'Twas down by Killarney's green woods that we strayed, when the moon and the stars, they were shining. The moon shone its rays on her locks of golden hair, and she swore she'd be my love forever. Red is the rose that in yonder garden grows. Fair is the lily of the valley. Clear is the water that flows from the Boyne. But my love is fairer than any.
It's not for the parting that my sister pains.
It's not for the grief of my mother. It's all for the loss of my bonny Russian wife that my heart is breaking forever.
Red is the rose that in yonder garden grows. Fair is the lily of the valley. Clear is the water that flows from the Boyne. But my love is fairer than any. Red is the rose that in yonder garden grows. Fair is the lily of the valley. Clear is the water that flows from the Boyne. But my love is fairer than any.
So as a couple of us have said, we all spent a lot of time here, but many of us haven't been here for a long time. So me and Eric, I think specifically, were commenting when we walked in that I hadn't been in the choir room for probably since I graduated. I haven't been in this room, other than a couple graduations, in about 10 years as well. So it brings back a lot of good memories. It's good to be here. And this particular song is one that James, Eric, and I sang while we were seniors as part of choir. We had a great guys group then. So we decided to bring it back with this group.
This is Mr. Christopher Dock, by the way.
Oh, ho, ho, swing, swing down, chariot, stop and let me ride. Oh, ho, ho, swing, swing down, chariot, stop and let me ride. Oh, rock me, Lord, calm and easy. I got a home on the other side. Oh, ho, ho, swing, swing down, chariot, stop and let me ride. Oh, ho, swing, swing down, chariot, stop and let me ride. Oh, rock me, Lord, calm and easy. I've got a home. I got a home on the other side.
Well, Ezekiel went out in the middle of the field. He saw an angel working on a chariot wheel. He wasn't particular about the chariot wheel. He just wanted to see how the chariot feels.
Well, Ezekiel went down and he got on board. The chariot went a-bumping on down that old road. He wasn't particular about the bumping on the road. He just wanted to lay down his head. Ho, 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 swing, swing down, chariot, stop and let me ride. Ho, ho, swing, swing down, chariot, stop and let me ride. Oh, rock me, Lord, calm and easy. I've got a home. I got a home on the other side.
Sinner, he went out in the middle of a field, and then he started working on a chariot wheel. He wasn't so particular about working on that wheel. He just wants to see how the chariot feels.
Then an angel saw the sinner working hard there in the field, and said, hold on, believer, Ezekiel rides that wheel. The chariot will swing on down that old and bumpy road. The chariot's the place to lay your head. Ho, 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 swing, swing down, chariot, stop and let me ride. Ho, ho, swing down, chariot, stop and let me ride. Oh, rock me, Lord, calm and easy. I've got a home. I got a home on the other side. Ho, ho, swing down, chariot, stop and let me ride. Ho, 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 swing down, chariot, stop and let me ride. Oh, rock me, Lord, calm and easy. I've got a home. I got a home on the other side. Swing down, chariot, and let me ride. Swing down, chariot, and let me ride. Swing down, chariot, and let me ride. I got a home. I got a home. I got a home on the other side.
Tracy?
That Lonesome Road.
Yeah, sure.
You're a lonely guy.
So I'm pretty lonely. So here's that Lonesome Road.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We got like 10 minutes to burn. Can't you come up with anything else?
Okay. So, like really lonely. like really, really.
Okay.
Okay. All right, good.
We'll flesh it out a little bit.
All
So,
right.
if you guys are ever familiar with James Taylor, he's pretty old now, but a fabulous, fabulous music artist. I'm sorry. Sorry, I mean, no offense. Anyway, he wrote the song. It's actually one of his few songs that he kind of worked with other people on. So it was a quartet, and this was a Mr. Derstine classic practice song for chorale. So that's where I first heard this song, and it's quite lovely. Hopefully we don't screw it up.
Walk down that lonesome road all by yourself. Don't turn your head back over your shoulder, and only stop to rest yourself when the silver moon is shining high above the trees. If I had stopped to listen once or twice, if I had closed my mouth and opened my eyes, if I had cooled my head and warmed my heart, I'd not be on this road tonight. Carry on, carry on, it doesn't save you from your troubled mind. Walk down that lonesome road all by yourself. Don't turn your head back over your shoulder, and only stop to rest yourself when the silver moon is shining high above the trees.
Beautiful job.
All right, so I mentioned we only had 4 practices. We're going to end a little early. I hope that's okay. We have one more song. Another Irish song called General Taylor, about another guy who died, coincidentally. He wasn't wrong. One of the reasons I love Irish music is because this is going to be my totally shameless plug for Mennonite colleges. Start rolling your eyes now. I went to EMU, and as part of the cross-cultural program, I took 16 and a half weeks in Ireland, and it was one of the best experiences I've ever had in my life. And just one of the things that you get when you travel is you just kind of absorb other cultures, and it's so fun to be a part of that process. So I'd encourage you guys, wherever you go to school, try to get out of the U.S. a little bit if you haven't already. I know there's a lot of great things that Doc already does if you guys have gone anywhere with Mama Project or other organizations, but try to, branch out a little bit and experience the world. So, General Taylor.
And I had requested that I not introduce any songs because I said I've done that for 40 years, and let somebody else do that. But I mentioned to the choir I was working with this morning, I said, the thing that keeps people in teaching are that students that give you energy and don't suck the energy out of you. So some of you are energy givers. Many of you are. Some of you make it hard for a teacher to come to your class because it's just, you suck it right out of them.
You're suckers.
But what I'm trying to say here, these are gentlemen here are part of the reason that I taught for 40 years. because, see, I'm going to get off for Clem now. They were ones who were in the classroom just gave energy. And I think you see a little of that this morning. So my challenge to you is when you go into a class with a sour point of view, maybe change your attitude a little bit and become that person that gives energy to a class and not the one that takes away energy. That's my sermon for the day. Thank you.
I got it. We're good.
You want to get closer?
Yeah, we can scoot in there.
Well, General Taylor gained the day. Walk him along, John, carry him along. Well, General Taylor, he gained the day.
Carry him to his burying ground.
Tell me where you store me. Walk him along, John, carry him along. Tell me where you store me.
Carry him to his burying ground.
We'll dig his grave with a silver spade. Walk him along,
John, carry him along.
his shroud of the finest silk will be made.
Carry him to his burying ground.
Tell me where you store me. Walk him along,
John, carry him along.
tell me where you store me.
Carry him to his burying ground.
We'll lower him down on a golden chain. Walk him along,
John, carry him along.
on every inch we'll carve his name.
Carry him to his burying ground.
Tell me where you store me. Walk him along,
John, carry him along.
tell me where you store me.
Carry him to his burying ground.
General Taylor, he's all a-go. Walk him along,
John, carry him along.
he's gone where the stormy winds won't blow.
Carry him to his burying ground.
Tell me where you store me. Walk him along,
John, carry him along.
tell me where you store me.
Carry him to his burying ground.
General Taylor, he's dead and he's gone. Walk him along,
John, carry him along.
well, General Taylor, he's long dead and gone.
Carry him to his burying ground.
Tell me where you store me. Walk him along,
John, carry him along.
tell me where you
Store me. Carry him to his burying ground.
Tell me where you store me. Walk him along,
John, carry him along.
tell me where you store me. Carry him to his
burying ground.
Classes begin in 5 minutes.